Welcome to my English class. It's always good to have you. In the last lesson, I talked about subject verb object. I hope you have watched it. If you haven't, please don't find time to watch it. Today I'm teaching about subject verb agreement. We're learning about subject verb agreement. What is subject verb agreement? Alright, now the basic. Mind you, this is just a basic. We'll get into the more advanced form, so it is good to watch this one so that when I start teaching the advanced form of subject verb agreement, you do not get lost. The concept of subject verb agreement is that the subject controls the verb. The subject tells the verb what to become. The verb changes form to agree with the subject. I'm going to illustrate that with a table below. I also, in my last lesson, talked about the fact that a subject can be a noun or a pronoun. So here we have pronouns acting as a subject. We have what we call the first person, second person, and third person. What is first person? First person is a speaker. Now, when we have one speaker, that is first person singular. If I'm speaking, I'm the only one talking. I'm the first person singular. First person plural when we have more than one person speaking. For example, John and I are speaking. We are first person plural. Second person, what is second person? Second person is the listener. If I'm talking to someone, that person is you, so you are the second person. If you're the only one listening to me, you're the second person singular, and more than one of you listen to me, that is second person plural. Third person is the person I'm talking about. If I'm talking to you about someone, that person I'm talking about is the third person singular. The third person singular can be he, she, or it, and the plural is they. That is, if I'm talking to you about more than one person, that is third person plural, they. Now, how do we make this subject agree with the verb? How do we make the verb agree with the subject? How do we make the subject and verb agree? Before we talk about that, let me explain this table. Here we have verb infinitives. These are verb infinitives. Verb infinitive is when you have the original form of the verb with the word to in front of it. To be, to have, to do, to see, to eat, to speak, to grow, to run, to work, and more. Right? Now, the verb infinitives can change in spelling, alright? Or change form to agree with the subject. Like we can see here, the verb to be can change to am, it can change to is, it can change to was. Right? So these are singular forms, singular am, singular present tense am, singular present tense is, then singular past tense was. Plural singular are, plural past tense were. Right? So the verb to be can become any of these to agree with the subject. That would depend on the subject we're using. Now, the singular verb can add s or es to agree with the subject, but the plural verbs do not change, do not add s or es to agree with the subject. However, sometimes they can change in spelling, like are and were. Now, let's go ahead and use this in sentences to see how the verbs can agree with the subject. First, I'm using the subject, I. So what would the verb to be to become to agree with the subject I? The rule of grammar states that I must be used with the verb am. So the subject, the infinitive to be, will become am to agree with the subject I. Thus we have I am sweeping. I am sweeping. Alright? That is for the singular present tense. For the singular past tense, the verb to be will become was, so agree with the subject I. So I was sweeping. Right. Okay. Now let me use the first person plural, which is we. right? Now, what will the verb to be become to agree with the subject? We, so the verb which we change to are for the plural present tense. Plural present tense. We'll have we are sweeping. And for the plural past tense, we will have we were sweeping. We were sweeping. Right. Okay, now we're going to use the second person. We use you. The second person, you is plural in nature, right? So whether it is singular or plural, it is a plural verb. Therefore, we have you, are, or were. Are for the present tense plural. You are sweeping. And for the past tense plural, you were sweeping. Right. Now, let me use the third person. First, the third person singular, which can be he, she, or it. Let me use he. So if I'm using he, what will the verb to be become? The verb to be will become is in order to agree with the subject he. He is for the singular, sweeping for the singular. And for the singular present tense. Now singular past tense will be he was sweeping. Right. Now for the plural, which is they, third person plural they, what will the verb become? The verb will become are for the present tense and were for the past tense. Thus we have they are sweeping. And they were sweeping. Good. So this is the concept of subject verb agreement. Alright. Let me use any of the other verbs. For example, eat, eats. Right. I told you that singular verbs may add s or es to agree with the subject. So here we can have he eats. He eats his food, or he eats every day. Let me put it that way. He eats every day. Because it's a singular subject, this verb will add an s. Now let me use the plural, which is they, third person plural, which is they. Right now, what will verb to eat become to agree with the subject they? Will have they eat. As you can see, the verb maintains its original form. It does not add s because this is a plural subject and the plural verb eat is to be used. They eat every day. So this is the concept of subject verb agreement. The basics, just the basics, right? I hope this helps you understand it. If you have any questions, please drop your questions in the comment box. If there is anything you want me to teach, please also let me know in the comment box, and I will definitely make a video and get back to you. Thank you for watching this video. I hope to see you in my next lesson. Thank you.